Welcome back, everyone. For this toolkit, I want to talk about a really important idea. And that's going to be finding the slope or growth rate given 2 points. Now, we've done this a couple different ways in the past. And the first way is the one that we're probably the most used to. And that is I graph both points. And I count my values for what I want the change in y and the change in x to equal, based on the points that I find on my graph. And what this looks like to most of us is looking at a y-axis and an x-axis. And then I find 2 points that I'm going to plot. And then I connect them using one vertical line and one horizontal line to make what resembles a right triangle. Now, the thing that we like about this is that then the distance up that vertical line is the change in y, and the distance across is my change in x. Then calculating my slope is very nice and easy. I just take the change in y and I divide it by the change in x. But sometimes graphs just aren't reasonable. Either my numbers are too large or we don't have the time to pull out graph paper and do a good plotting of my points. Now, when that happens, I'm going to use my option 2. And this is something that you will continue to use throughout this year and future years in your math classes. I want to calculate my change in y by subtracting my y values. And then I want to calculate my change in x by subtracting the x values. So really, I'm just finding the distance in between them. Here's my example. Calculate the slope of the line passing through the points 1, -2, and 7, -2. So I'm going to rewrite those points and help make my life a little easier. 1, -2, 7, -2. Sorry, -7, +2. Big difference. Now I know that these represent x values and y values. And I'm going to put a subscript on my first x and y to show it's the first point, x1 and y1. And then I'll put 2's on the bottom as subscripts on the x and the y for the second point to show that it is, the second x and second y. Now, I want to take those values and subtract them from one another. So I want to take my top point and subtract the bottom. So what I'm really asking us to do is, what does y1 minus y2 equal? And what does x1 minus x2 equal? Well, y1 minus y2 is -2 minus 2, which is -4. x1 minus x2 is 1 minus -7, which is 1 plus 7, or 8. Now I can say that -4 equals the change in y because I got that number from subtracting the y values. And I can say that my 8 represents the change in x since I found it from subtracting x values. So then my slope, my growth rate, equals the change in y divided by the change in x, which is negative 4 over 8, or negative 1/2. And there you have it, the slope of a line passing through the points 1, negative 2, and negative 7, 2.